Read their minds.
Yeah. Telepathy is it, but I think telekinetic means you, because a kinetic force, like force.
Yeah.
So I think
that's what that one is.
I think that's probably what I want to do. It's telekinesis, something like that.
It'd be intense.
Texas A&M is the 12th man. And Texas A&M is not about one man. It's about the 12th man. The home of the 12th man. Impressive.
The experience started about our first game last year against the Citadel. I think it was about the 29th, something like that. It was my mom's birthday. A real memorable weekend. They told me on Thursday that I was going to be it, and then I was real excited. The experience overall has been extremely thrilling. Very awarding, because it's like, I guess it's an accomplishment of something that I've done, you know, something that I've worked very hard for, and I got it. And it started in the Citadel. I made like one tackle, and I did well enough to where I could earn it again the next weekend. I did good in practice, and kind of, you know, snowballed from there. You know, I kind of got into a groove of it, I guess. Stuff started to happen. I was like a little thankful for it, and stuff kind of went my way. I was lucky, you know, fortunate enough to get a couple opportunities here and there to make myself, I guess, known. And then the overall experience from then has just been, every time I wear it, you know, look at the jersey prior to the game, say, oh, this is cool, I get to wear it again, and the experience is very thrilling. I love it. What else can I say about it? One person asked me that question, and I said it's like getting Christmas every Saturday. You know, it's like real memorable. It's something that I'll know for the rest of my life, regardless if I'm successful in whatever it is I'm doing. I think, you know, at that point I was successful, and I should be proud of that. And, you know, I can't wait for the next person to wear it, because hopefully they'll feel the exact same way that I felt. And every person before me that's worn it, you know, they should feel great too. It's a great honor to accept. Even if you wear it one time or 1,000 times, it'll always feel that great. So that's I guess the basis of that experience. I think it's easily probably the best tradition in college football. Not coming from a bias standpoint, just coming from the standpoint of what they asked. You know, Aggie to do the first time. You know, he stood there and didn't play. You know, I think that's a great honor for him to, you know, kind of, you know, nobody knew about him, and all of a sudden, hey, I need your help. And regardless of what everybody told him prior to that, he was like, I'm ready to go. So that's the tradition. That's what it's told. It's told. And another way to tell you about the tradition, it's so good that Seattle Seahawks decided to copy it. You know, so that's a pro team looking up at, I guess, an A&M team. It's a huge thing. I mean, it's world known. Like against Nebraska one time, my friend Nathan Hale was also wore the 12. Somebody from Nebraska said, "That's a great honor." I hear about it all the time, and I think it's one of the most tremendous things that any football player can accomplish. Not anybody can just wear it. In California, they knew about it when we went to the bowl game. Kansas, they knew about it. Who else? Tech, they know about it. They don't like it, but they know about it. So I mean, it's one of the most world-renowned traditions, and I think it's easily arguably one of the top traditions in college football. And I think, especially with not only the 12th man, but as far as the students go, as far as how involved they are with the game. You know, they'll be yelling. They're you know, excuse me, I hope you don't set balls off. You know, they'll be yelling, you know, everything they can do, and they'll be trying to do whatever they can to help out, and that's considered the 12th man. And it just so happens that the person in the field wearing that jersey representing all that student body in any way, form, or shape. So, aside from the bonfire, I think it's how you represent A&M. I mean, you talk about Aggie, man, it says everything. 12th man foundation. You know, home of the 12th man on the cockpit. See people walking around like with 12 or 12 on the back saying Aggies. Everybody knows that number. I think it's a great glue that holds the entire campus together in any form or fashion that we can. And I think that the school does a real good job of keeping it there. Similar to that of the bonfire. I wasn't here when they had the bonfire, but from everything I've heard about it from when I was a little kid, I was like, that is A&M. And I think since that's not there, 12th man, saying the 12th man is the biggest tradition on campus that I think is the next best thing to the bonfire. And I think that's a great way for all the students to be connected. All the athletes, students, organization, whatever it is, can all relate on that same field. And I think that's a great thing. I think it affects everybody in a huge way.